Alright, we're looking at question number 9 here. We want to provide a Fisher structure for 2R3S4S, 2-bromo, 4-methyl, 3-hexanol. I'm going to start this with a condensed structure of that hexanol. It's a 3-hexanol, a bromo on the 2, and a methyl on 4. Right, and those R's and S tell us those three locations are our asymmetrical centers. So I'm going to start with a CH3 on top, go straight down through the three asymmetrical centers, and get a CH2, CH3 on the bottom. That takes care of those guys and that thing. Alright, that first location's going to have a bromine in it, and we have R, and has a hydrogen on it. So the hydrogen's going to be horizontal. We're going to want to have a counterclockwise rotation because the fourth group, the hydrogen, is on that horizontal. Alright, so on this stick figure, I'm going to go ahead and do my priorities. The bromine would have to be number 1, the hydrogen would have to be number 4. Carbon with 3 hydrogens is going to be lower than a carbon with 2. So we are going to go 2 to 3, and I want to go counterclockwise. That means this must be R1. Now, if you're having problems seeing that without it, write down the bromine on either one of those sides and just figure out what the direction the rotation is. Oh, I don't want that. I'm going to do that in that purple. Give us our rotation. Alright, now what I'm going to do is redraw the skeletal. I'll leave that bromine, leave the CH3, but we're going to be working on the third location, so I'm going to bother to put the hydrogen there. And we'll go with that orange for our priority groups. Alright, off this location, the hydrogen must be our low priority, the OH must be the high. I have a carbon tied with a carbon. A carbon with a bromine would be higher than a carbon with just other carbons. Alright, so 2 and 3, and because of the S, I want this to be clockwise, because the H is still going to be on that horizontal. So I want to go clockwise. And if that's going to be my 2 and this is going to be my 3, this needs to be my 1 on the left here. And as you can see, I have 1 to 2 to 3. Going clockwise, which is S, when our H is coming out at us, like it is on Fisher's. Alright, one more center. It'll be our number 3 location that has a methyl on it. I will bother to put these OHs and the bromine, but I'm going to put an H here, and that is our rotation. And I'll go with red. Alright, so high priority here. We have 3 carbons. So we have to go to the next thing on it. We're going to have this be our high priority because it's a carbon with an O attached. And then a carbon with 3 hydrogens is lower priority than a carbon with at least one other carbon. So that's a 2 and this is 3. Alright, we still have 4 on the horizontal. So we are still going to want this to go clockwise. So going clockwise, if the bottom is 2 and the top is 1, we want that to be our third position, giving us a CH3 with an H over here. Clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. Alright, and that gets us our structure.